y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. If you're new to the channel, me and my husband live on about 18 acres in the foothills of North Carolina. We grow about 80 to 90% of our own food. We're getting our sweet corn planted. We're planting a variety known as Honey Select. That is our absolute favorite. We've tried some other varieties in the past. Honey Select is by far our favorite, so if you've never had it, try it. He's actually planting it with a corn planter behind our little farm mall. He's also going to be planting something called Serendipity this year. That's a different sweet corn variety that's a triple sweet, just like Honey Select. We're going to give that a try and see what that tastes like. That's one we've never tried, so we'll see. We may find us a new favorite. I don't know. If you've tried Serendipity corn, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Now, if you recognize this area where we're at, this is what we call the creek garden. We're down here at the creek behind our house in this creek bottom. Last week, I believe is when that video come out, we had all this planted in crimson clover. We're gonna attempt to not use fertilizer on this corn. Now, corn loves fertilizer, loves food. It's a heavy feeder. So we're gonna see how that goes. If it starts looking yellow, then, you know, our main point is that we're gonna have food for our family. If it needs fertilizer, it needs fertilizer. We're just gonna try it and see. Good morning, good morning. We're moving chickens this morning. We've been moving chickens this way for about 3 years. Our house is a tad bit overkill for the number of chickens we have. Maybe we can work on that one day, making us something a little smaller, but for now, to do our pasture raised egg operation, it works. We try to let the chickens work for us just like we do the rest of the animals on the farm. Let's see, I'm gonna bring y'all around this way and show you. This area, this is where we had hay rolls for the cows this winter. The chickens do an excellent job of scattering that out. This is a real poor part of the pasture. It got cleared a couple years ago and it just hadn't recovered yet. This is where they just were. This right here, that's where a hay roll set. Then we put our chickens over it, let them go to town on it. They've done a real good job scattering that out for us. And then Andy's gonna put some grass seed on it. They're already going to work on it. Do you want me to pull them up?
Okay.
They look awful.
Yeah, evidently that wasn't the place to plant onions.
I think it's because it got so cold.
I don't think they got enough sun.
Well, y'all, we planted these onions down here. You probably remember that from a previous video. And with our garlic, the garlic has done excellent in this bed. The onions, we planted them. We didn't know that cold snap was coming in December. We usually overwinter onions fine here. But they didn't survive very well. They killed them back when that cold spell come and it got like 5 degrees. And then they come back out and now they've all fell over. They're trying to bolt. So I'm gonna pull these up and I'm gonna plant some of my herbs in this little area. I need somebody to tell me what in the world has happened to our onions. And I just want y'all to know, y'all that are new to gardening, see, it happens to the best of us. We've been growing onions for years and just tried something different that apparently didn't work. But I've never seen an onion do this. Hope y'all can see that. It like curled back on itself. And these were just planted this spring because the ones we did have planted there died in that particular spot. And all I know is our onions did not like where we planted them at. They're all rotten and
we have a beautiful crop of onions right over here that are doing great.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. They just were not happy in this spot. I guess if you know what we did wrong, leave it in the comments. I just thought, me and Andy thought this was interesting. So out here, I'm gonna plant stuff that don't come back every year. I'm gonna plant me some cilantro, some basil, and some calendula. I don't know if I say that right, but that's what I'm gonna plant out here. Andy's getting our cucumbers planted out here.
Bring me that other pack of them lime green.
Where are they at?
Laying right there on the ground.
We're planting some Market More cucumbers from Hoss Tools. We actually found out about these from Jared at Flutie Lick Homestead. We watched a video of his a couple, I don't know, years ago, last year, because we planted them last year. And they were absolutely my favorite. I loved them. They got big and didn't have a lot of seeds and produced like crazy. And then just your regular pickling cucumbers is what we're mainly planting out here. So I'll have a row of those for plenty of pickles, and I like to eat them too.
Let me have these things. These are a burpless F1 hybrid, but they're really long.
Yeah, Jacob likes them.
Green cucumber.
Now Andy's planting our Tapazio beans. If y'all remember from last summer, we also call them October beans. They're some of my favorites. I can them. They remind me of leftover pintos. Everybody knows leftover pintos is, you know, better than the day of pintos, I think. But anyways, we plant about a row of them, and a row seems to get me enough to can and put away and eat some fresh, so they put off pretty good. Or if you're wondering what kind of cedar this is, what's it called, an earthway?
Yes, Earthway push cedar.
Earthway push cedar. You can find them on Amazon, I think.
Yeah.
We've had this
one
one
at your local garden store too. They have them usually, like a local hardware garden center.
right.
That's where this one comes from.
But instead of going through and planting them by hand, we like to use this little thing. It comes with different plates, so it plants your seeds, you know, the perfect length apart and everything.
I've had this thing for, golly, since before me and Megan were together.
But it beats planting them by hand.
Yeah, I've had it for at least, that would be at least 15 years, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If not longer. I've planted a lot of seed with it too. Out here in the garden part, we'll use cattle panels as trellis, but we'll wait till they come up, because I'll probably run the tiller through here a couple of times and we'll hoe it a couple of times just to keep the weeds the best we can. And then once the cucumbers get up about yay tall, we'll put some cattle panels out here with T-posts to let the cucumbers run up. And so we have to make our trellis over there. Well, here is the garden fence, and we planted these sunflowers here along the edge of it. And I was kind of thinking, why not let us try to use the sunflowers and of course the fence itself as a trellis as well for some cucumbers. So along this edge here, we're just going to put in a few hills of cucumbers and just see what happens, and just let them grow. I'm thinking that the sunflowers will be a good trellis for them as well, because you know that sunflowers got that stout trunk and stem to it. And then of course the fence will work good too.
And you can tell by where Andy's standing, this is our garlic, and you could see, like, compared to how tall he is, how tall that garlic is over there.
That garlic's amazing.
It come on with it, that's for sure.
So this bed right here is also sort of an experiment. This was just up against the fence. I went and got some of our compost we made and dumped all the way across here, and then mulched it with these ground up leaves that there's a pile that's been laying there since last fall. They've sort of broke down some too, but still they're really like in a leaf form. So you can see under there, get an up close of it maybe. There's the compost that we made, and we're just going to plant directly into that. And we're going to try this type of style here instead of keeping it tilled all the time. I might have got a little carried away with the seed.
So I'm gonna walk out here and show y'all what the kids have been up to. You know, they get bored sometimes, and it's good for them. It gets their creativity out. What are y'all doing?
And we're just using it to make it a sand.
It's still running over your dam a little bit. Time to head down and move our temporary cow fence. We've been letting the cows clean up along the edge of the fence. It's been working wonderful. So we just keep moving the little fence around and letting them mow for us.
That where the chickens have done stirred up over here since this morning.
What you got under there? You got a whole pile of them under there. Well, y'all, that concludes today's video. I appreciate y'all joining us for the weekend, and I hope you learned a little something. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to. Share if you like this kind of stuff. People want to know how they can help me out. Sharing my videos helps out more than anything, honestly. So if you do that for me, that would be wonderful. And buddy, hush. You see me making a video. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all on the next one.